Hey all, Russ RVerTV, welcome. Check it out. This is Highway 93. We're heading down to Idaho. Been raining most of the evening. I outran the rain yesterday, cutting across from Lewiston, but it caught up with me today. That's okay. We got a few miles due this morning. Long range forecast is blue sky and sunshine once I get down the road a ways. In this once in a lifetime video series here, we're going to be exploring Salmon, Idaho, clear down to Challis. Might even catch an old gold mine too. How about that? Montana's a pretty place, huge state. We'll be back to explore more of it one day, but not this trip. Really want to get down here into Idaho. So sit back, get ready, and enjoy this epic travel. And the journey starts now. Well, still raining on me, but this little town here is called Darby, Montana. And it is very famous anymore. This is where they filmed that TV show, Yellowstone. There's some big ranch out here. Cool little town. But it's really become claim to fame because of that TV show. Old rustic buildings. Well, I just filled up with fuel, so we got a full tank. The goal is to get on down to Salmon. I think once we get over the mountains, should clear out of this weather. Alright, well, kind of a pretty drive through here. I see all kinds of campgrounds. Government campgrounds, so you can camp here. If you want to beat the heat, this is the place you get up to. Idaho, Montana, all that during the summer. Matter of fact, I'm going to find a place to pull off. We'll check the phone, see what the weather looks like before we go over the mountain pass. Maybe we'll get a little lucky on the weather, huh? Well, the rain has stopped. I haven't been rained on the last 10 miles. Tiny little patches of blue sky here. I'm just gonna wait it out for a while before we go up over the mountain. We're right at the base of the mountain here, so might as well check it out. I see some storyboards here. Phew. I need to dry out the camera. That thing's getting soaked. Alright, let's check this place. I checked this. It's called the Bitterroot River. Wow, it's pretty in here. Should have brought my gold pan. I'll guarantee you. This is mining country All these mountains, they've been mined for centuries here. Kind of pretty with the clouds just laying on the hills, huh? Bighorn sheep. Oh, wouldn't that be cool if we seen some? Those guys can go straight up and down those cliffs too. Says here herds live here on both sides of the Bitterroot. Wow. Wouldn't that be cool? I don't see any. They took the morning off. Too rainy. Okay, well, I'm gonna go in the van. Just kinda wait out this weather for a little while. There they are, a picture of them. But yeah, they can walk straight up and down those cliffs. Yay, made it to the top. I waited for a while. It still hasn't really rained on me. A couple sprinkles. Big rest area up here, but guess what? This is the Montana-Idaho state line right here. Let me pull off. Get a little view before we head down the mountain. According to the radar on the phone, I mean, it looks like this is clearing out of here. Right there's the state line straight ahead. That road there will cut you over towards Interstate 15 and Butte, Montana. I drove that several years ago. Guarantee you they get some serious snow up here. See a lot of dead trees up here. I know they've had that beetle infestation and things like that. A lot of wildfires up here too. But this trip here has been high on my bucket list to return. Last time I came up the mountain from Salmon. That was over 5 years ago. So I'm really looking forward to this trip down the mountain. And it's gonna actually spend the night. I have a reservation in Salmon at an RV park. That'll be pretty cool. Then tomorrow we're in for one epic trip right along the Salmon River. Yay. Alright, well, let's head on down the mountain. Oops, I didn't shut the door all the way. Alright, well, welcome to Idaho. We're gonna stop right here. Hang on, I gotta close the door. Goodness gravy. Buckle up, now we can go. I didn't have the sliding door all the way closed. Pretty area anyway. If you ever get a chance, stop the rest area up here. There's all kinds of hiking trails. You can go way back up in there. There's campgrounds up in this region too. Very primitive style camping. Right in the forest, the Bitterroot Forest. Pretty ride. I don't care, cloud or no clouds. Still neat. And you're right here on the state line, which is even better. Okay, we're heading downhill. We got about 50 plus miles to get down to Salmon. I see more blue sky popping through. Yay. Probably once we get a little lower in elevation. weather should pick up. It's kind of chilly. I have to have my jacket on right now. Summertime in the mountains. But once again, I keep saying it. If you want to beat the heat in the summertime, these are the places to come up to. Ooh, storyboard. Want to stop? Heck yeah. See what this says. Jerry Fahey's Cutoff, original construction. Oh, this was a wagon road, 1878. The original road is across the creek. It was by Gibbonsville. I think we drive through that merchant. Jeremiah Fahey. Could you imagine driving a wagon down this mountain? Oh. Now it's all busy Highway 93, state route. Pretty though up here. I forgot Idaho has a lot of storyboards, history markers on their highways. They're all numbered. Hopefully we find a few more of those. That was pretty cool info. We are dropping down quick, temperatures warming up. I'd say our good weather is fast approaching. More camp areas through here. And the Salmon River. Woohoo. Get the fishing pole and the gold pan. Oh man, this is mining country. Alright, see what else we can find. Ooh. Stop. Another storyboard. Here you go. See what this one says. That's some tall trees, getting a little breeze going. That feels good. We're right here in the mountains. Alright, what's this one? Deep Creek, 1805. Lewis and Clark here. Them two were through here. They actually camped here somewhere around close. This is the North Fork of the Salmon River. Those guys sure got around back then, didn't they? Mapped out this whole territory. What an adventure that must have been. You can hear the water, listen to it. Quite a few cars behind me are starting to stop Read the storyboards too. Alright, I see RVs off to the left. Gibbonsville, here you go. And there's a Mexican restaurant in Gibbonsville right there. What a pretty valley. Got the horses. Ooh, I see another information board here. Let's check it. Busy, busy highway. This Highway 93. Well, it's the main road all the way through. Alright, we're in Gibbonsville. British investment in a large Gibbonsville mine. Oh yeah, mining. 1880. Big old gold camp here until 1899. So they mined it out in what? Almost 20 years. Produced a bunch of gold. Wonder if they left any behind. Just a little nugget. There's a map of the road we're on. Cool. And what do we got? A little road construction. Really haven't had too much of it. Been pretty lucky on all that. Alright, we're gonna keep trucking on down to Salmon, Idaho. Here's another marker. Pretty cool, huh? Getting a little history lesson going down the hill here. Following the high ridges, buffalo hunters cut an old Indian trail along a direct route clear from Lewiston all the way down here. Wow. It was not available for Lewis and Clark, but it was during the 1862 gold rush. Well, I bet everyone came up here to get rich. What a rugged place that must have been back then. Alright, keep on trucking. Running in and out of the cloud cover. Definitely warming up. You can feel the temperature as we're dropping down. Seeing a few farms right here in this valley. What a plush place to live right along the river going through here. For more information on my travels, be sure to check out my website, RVerTV.tv. There you can sign up for the free newsletter. Also, we got blogs and articles about travels previous travels, future travels, all kinds of information on videos and everything else. Plus, got a merch shop. All kinds of cool stuff like the Armchair Traveler series, coffee mugs, hats, and shirts. Once again, it's RVerTV.tv. Appreciate it very much. Alright, we're slowing down. This is North Fork, Idaho, on the North Fork Salmon River. I bet fishermen and hunters, and this is probably one popular place. Right there's a river off to the right. Alright, this is US 93 and also the Salmon River Scenic Byway cut through this area. Getting a little flatter, we're getting down the mountain quite a ways now. Shouldn't be too much farther to get up to Salmon. Wow, the river is right there. Man, I'm being passed left and right. People just don't slow down. I'd like to have your own bridge for your driveway. If I can find a place to pull off, I will. Got to see a little close-up look at the water. Isn't this gorgeous through here? Absolutely picture perfect. Talk about your Kodak moments. Except for this fast-paced road. Everyone's flying through here. I see a pull-off up here. Let's stop. I need a break. There goes another one. This'll work. Good enough, huh? Let's check out the water. Little islands right out there in the middle of the river. Should be good timing. It's still morning. I left super early out of Montana. There's a museum in Salmon I want to check out. That whole town I think is like a museum. Well, no fish jumping here. 1866, gold was discovered at Leesburg. Imagine them first two guys that said gold. Then tens of thousands of other people showed up. What times, huh? Can't even imagine. Especially up here in the mountains. Sure didn't look like this, I'm sure. Fort Bonneville. In the Grove Cottonwoods across the river. Establish a winter fur trade post. 1832. Wow. So people have been up here a long, long time. History. Very cool. Idaho history. We are definitely out of the mountains. Salmon, Idaho ought to be right up the road here. I'll be glad to stop for the day. Made it. Welcome to Salmon, Idaho. Matter of fact, the RV park I'm gonna stay at is right up here off to the left. But it's too early to stop now. We'll come back. I booked a site right on the river. Traffic is just non-stop. Well, we'll go explore town a little bit. I want to check out that museum that's here. Tomorrow we're going to keep trucking right on down, following the Salmon River, all the way down to Challis. Okay, I need to make a left. Ah, here's a park. Looks like you can drive right down to the river. Bet when the salmon are running, this place is just packed. Packed full of fishermen. Alright, well let's cruise the streets. I need to find a gas station. I'm gonna fill up. Then we'll walk town or something. I seen the museum back there on the left. Neat old town, huh? Old brick buildings. Small town USA right here. Alright, get some fuel, top off, then we'll go find that museum. It's right around low after 10 in the morning. That was almost 130 miles from where we left this morning, coming over the mountain. Not bad, made pretty good time even though I stopped and waited out some of the weather. Hard to believe a couple hours ago we were in clouds and rain. Alright, find a place to park. Big old public parking area here. Very nice. Clean little town, isn't it? Alright, let's go do some exploring. Nature's Pantry. Couple food stores down here. Jackson built hats. Ooh. Get a new hat. Stop at the Lantern Bar and have a cold one. What do we have here? A little park. History Park. Well, isn't this just perfect? Okay. Fifth 15 stars were on the flag when Lewis and Clark carried it. Wow. Been a while, huh? Back in the 1700s, 1800s. Historical Museum. We're going to head down there. We're going to go there. Just a little bit. George L. Shoup, Idaho's grand old man. He was a big-time businessman back during the gold rush. Owned some stores. I'm being watched by that bird. Says, hey, what are you doing in here, man? More history on good old Lewis and Clark. I really enjoy what they've done. I mean, you gotta appreciate it. Just driving these roads or something. To do the amount of exploring they did with horses and canoes and guides and all that. Looks like they had a fort here. Even Mormon history. Mormon missionaries were here. Wow. Neat old picture. Puts faces to the past, doesn't it? And farming here in these valleys. I bet. Got the water and the snow. There you go. Growing potatoes probably, huh? Idaho and their potatoes. Flossie Smith feeding the chickens. 1917. What a cool little park between these buildings here with all these storyboards. If you get to Salmon, make sure you check this. I had no clue it was here. Fur trading. There's the wagons coming down that mountain. What history, huh? Well, you can have that snow. There you go. 1919 boat ride down the Salmon River. The Gilmore and Pittsburgh Railroad. That probably changed the area. 1902 because of the gold and silver strikes. Watch the Golden Spike ceremony held on May 18th, 1910. Wow, look at the snow around that train engine plowing through it. Oh man, that gives you an idea. Spring runoff. Flooded the roads and took out the railroad tracks. Well, I can only imagine the amount of snow. And forest fire history, there's a lookout tower watching for fires. 9,000 foot elevation. Not much you can do once they get going up here. history about the communities around here, the different towns. Quite a few of them. I always liked the old black and white photos. Carmen, North Fork, Gibbonsville, we drove through those. All back during the gold rush eras. Flower baskets hanging. Here's your local jewelry store. How about Wally's Cafe? I bet that's popular here. Pizza. Get you a Dave's Pizza right here in Salmon. Well, this has to be the biggest town around here for quite a few miles. They got everything here. There's your Verizon store, real estate, all kinds of cool little shops. No big Walmarts or nothing like that. It's all local business. The way it should be anymore, huh? Even got a brewery. Yay. Alright, I'm going to head back towards that museum. Should be getting opened up about now. Busy road, US Highway 93. Loved the flowers, loved the color. Really gives it a home feel. You feel at home here. Right here in Salmon. Alright, museum's open, but let's check out the park and their little fountain here. They got the salmon jumping up the river. Very fitting. Even though the town's named Salmon, I wonder why. Like on the Columbia River, that big wheel they had to scoop them out of the water. You don't need a fishing pole. Just scoop them out. Quite a bit of shoring on the banks with the rocks. They probably get pretty good floods going through here. This part of being here in the mountains, when that snow melts, like on that one storyboard. Too fast to snow melt. Wall of water comes through. Pretty place. Alright, well, let's go on in that museum. Well, there's two here. There's a museum and also a visitor center. So we'll go in both of them. I'll be darned. There you go. How about rafting the Salmon River? That'd be world class, wouldn't it? That is one cool painting. I like paintings. Geology of Idaho. They got it all here. Got the mountains, minerals. There's gold in them there hills. More about getting around the river. More pictures of the old town here, downtown, and the newer pictures. We just walked a lot of that. Hi.
Sorry, I didn't see you.
I snuck in.
Call back here.
And it's open next door now too?
Yes.
Okay.
Till 3. We're all up until 3, so.
Are you from here?
No, but I've been here since 76.
Well, that's the same thing, huh?
Yeah, I'm from New Jersey. I went to school in Logan, Utah back in 71 and just kind of meandered up. I wanted to find some place that wasn't a college town, and I think I found it. Yeah. Where do you live?
All right. Well, the nice lady said they're open next door, the other part of the museum.
Yeah. 11 to 3.
This town is just loaded full of history. Some of these fishing pictures, oh my goodness. What a neat place. All right, we're in. This place is packed full. All kinds of old stuff. So we're just kind of wander through it and see what we can find in here. Gold, everything. You know, they estimate what was taken out in gold. Wonder how much really got taken out. People probably didn't say, well, I just got me an ounce of gold. I bet they're still mining up here somewhere. Oh no, snowshoes. No, no. Yikes. Every old tool you could think of. Saddles, side saddles for the ladies. Old fur coat. Oh, look at them two. Oh, man. The Wild West. Western states are cool to go through. Salmon Airport. Here you go. Idaho's Flying Circus. They had daredevils back then. They had some good view of the mountains. Old furniture, antiques, clothing. You name it, it's in here. Very well done collection of local history about this whole region. Because the reviews are good. You look at the reviews online for this museum. I didn't realize there was two, like the visitor center was its own little museum. That was more about rafting and that kind of thing. Things to do around here. In here it's a true artifacts. Old hat, cowboy hat, guns. Local sheriff, there's your piano. And how about your organ? There was no TV back then. This is a school picture from 1919. Look at all those kids. A lot of people lived here. My goodness. That's something. The woodworking skills to make something like that. Made in 1823. Some lady playing it. Yeah, you can't buy anything, or there's no way they make it like that anymore. That's what's so cool about these little local museums. I mean, they're priceless. I mean, you can go to the big ones, they got all the fancy artwork and all that, but this is true history being saved right here, which they should. Alright, well, I'm thinking about trucking over to that RV park. It's been a pretty decent day of travel. Hi.
Hi.
Do you have a donation thing? Huh?
Taking lots of pictures, right?
Yeah. Here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Pretty darn cool. Go find that van. Head for the RV park in the morning. Woohoo! We got a nice trip from Salmon down to Challis. Even got the old wagon sitting out front. Very, very well done. I bet they get a lot of visitors here. Here's home for the night, my RV site right on the Salmon River. Got the Starlink hooked up, a little breezy, but I'm tired. Been a long day. So get ready. In the morning, we're gonna keep trucking south. Good morning, rise and shine. Neat little stay here overnight. Talked to a couple people. They come here every year to get away. Beat the heat. A lot of people from down south here. Nice little RV park. It sells out quick. Definitely if you're going to come up here, especially in the summertime, you're going to want to make reservations. Cross back over the river. We're actually going to follow the Salmon River all the way down to Challis. That museum was a cool little stop yesterday afternoon. No one down here right now. Not at 5:45 in the morning. You know me, I gotta get out. Looks like the bar's open. There's the Owl Club. Alright, anyway, we're gonna truck out of town. Gonna follow along the Salmon River. This is one epic drive this morning. Get ready. Several years ago, I drove from the south to the north, coming up through here. This is one pretty valley that just cuts right through the mountains. There's all kinds of campgrounds, fishing, access, cabins, resorts. It is one pretty place. I'm going to stop right up here. We're going to take a look at the river this morning. Should be right up here. A little boat launch called 8 Mile. I see it. Yeah, I was checking the maps. I believe once we get down past Challis, we're gonna go see an old abandoned ghost town. If we can get the van up there, I don't know about the road, so that'll have to wait and see on that till we get down there. This whole stretch of road is less than 60 miles. It's about 54 miles. And a little bit of a map, how we're going to follow along the river through this canyon. All kinds of farms through here. wildlife, very pretty place. Here's your Zen moment for the morning. Mighty Salmon River right here in beautiful Idaho. Alright, just gonna kinda follow along the river here. There is a camp area I stayed at a few years ago. It's also day use. We'll stop. I'm pretty sure it was called Cottonwood. It was a primitive, like, overnight 14-day. You pay, there's a fee I think you pay here. But with my senior card for the parks and all that, you get half off. So it's like $5 a night or something. But you can see this is just one neat little valley. How'd you like to live here? I could live here except in the winter. Just to drive this road every day, heck yeah. Farms everywhere. There's bridges that'll take you over to the other side. really not sure what they grow for crops and stuff in here. Cell reception, not too bad. 1 to 2 bars. So you do get that in here. One good thing, that Starlink now that I have, oh my goodness, at night, fire that thing up anywhere, got full internet. Really helps out with all the videos. Well, I'm just keeping the camera on for a while so you guys can enjoy what it's like to drive this road right through this valley. I mean, just about anywhere you could stop and throw a fishing line out there in the river. There's another boat launch area if I remember. I have to look it up on the maps. We'll stop there too before we get up to Cottonwood. Little community. Ooh, historic site ahead. That means one of them signs. Finally. I think I see it. Yep. Right up here to the right. We're gonna stop. A lot warmer today than it was yesterday. Much warmer. We got blue sky. Place is just like a postcard picture. Idaho hermits. Living for more than 60 years in a hand-built dugout across the Salmon River from this site. Richard Dugout Zimmerman. He passed away now. The true Idaho hermit. Well, I could see why he would want to. What a beautiful place to live. Made it. Little river access area. Take a break. I gotta change out the camera batteries and stuff. Why not here, huh? There's so many places you can stop along this road. Picnic, day use. I mean, they made this place for travel. Super RV friendly. Look at this, even got restrooms. Perfect. Little sign here, it says Kilpatrick River Access. Gee, I wonder what you fish for here. Salmon. On the Salmon River. We just left Salmon, Idaho. Heck yeah. Feels good to be out of that van. I bet they do a lot of rafting. Those rafting companies launch here. Kayaks, canoes. I should have my gold pan. I need to throw one in the van. I used to carry one. I didn't bring one this year. Alright, well, that Cottonwood recreation area is right up the road. Then we're going to head on down. Hopefully we can make it up in that mining, that ghost town on the dirt roads. Alright, away we go. Hills are getting a little smaller too, aren't they? We're still dropping down. Oh, I gotta stop here. We gotta get a picture of this. Let me pull off here. Look at this guy with his ears up. He's out having breakfast. He's checking me out. Who's that guy in that camera going? Get out of here, I'm eating. That was fun. Alright. Let's go find that recreation area. Nice and green in here. Quite a few trees. Another little farm. Well, they got the water. Here it is. I actually spent the night here several years ago. It was pretty cool. You could park pretty close to the river. Busy road. Look at that truck. He was right behind me. Traffic anymore. It's really picked up. I don't remember it being that bad last time I was through here, but been a few years. Alright, there's our dump station for RVs. We're gonna drive down through. There's the boat launch. They got pavilion, picnic area, restrooms. Then back in here is their camp area. No hookups. It's all primitive camping, dry camp. Oh, looks like they got a camp host. Yeah, I camped in that site off to the left, right next to the water. Oh, they got it fenced off. You can't even get back to the water now. Wonder why. It was cheap, like I said, with my senior card for parks like this. It was like $5 a night. There's a restroom. Quite a few sites. You want to beat the heat in the summertime, this is where you want to come up to. See, that guy's sitting in the sun, so if he has solar, he's got power all day long. Of course, motorhomes, they can run their generator and stuff, I guess. Not a huge campground, but hey, it's right on the Salmon River. Wonder if the host has power. He might. Well, let's go up, get parked. I'll walk down to the river before we hit the road. We're not that far from Challis. Not that far at all. The whole stretch from Salmon down through here is only a little over 50 miles. Alright, this'll work. See the big park here? You got the doggy, let them run. All grass. Down here you can fish. Got a little kayak or canoe. Toss it out there. Away you go. They want you to keep your boat clean. Don't bring in any hitchhikers on the boat. You see a lot of boat cleaning stations when you come across state lines where they'll pressure wash the bottom of your boat. And a little storyboard about Cottonwood here. There's the map, the road we've been following. Quite a bit of silt built up here. It wouldn't matter if you had a canoe, just shove it out there. Pretty place. You can see the water line, so the water's down. Clear and clean water too. Well, when the salmon are running, you can probably just reach out there with a net, scoop them up. I am really glad I chose this route this summer. Been on the bucket list to come back in here for a lot of years. This was always so beautiful and I remembered it. And it hadn't changed. Alright, made it to Challis. There's a visitor center on the other side of town. It shows on the maps it should be opening up about now. It's roughly about 9:30 in the morning. And hopefully I can get some information on getting up to that ghost town. Because online, when you read some of this stuff, it shows dirt roads. A lot of people go up in Jeeps and 4x4s and stuff. We got this big old heavy van that's only 2-wheel drive. Well, I got plenty of fuel. We've only gone about 60 miles since I left Salmon. Alright, I need to keep my eyes open for that visitor center. I think it's up the road just a little bit more. All kinds of cabins, motel, RV park, Pioneer RV park, restaurant. I bet they get busy, especially when the salmon are running and hunting season even. There's a store, grocery store. So you got quite a bit here. Oh, dollar store. We are downtown with the dollar store. Yeah, must be out a little ways yet. I see it up here. Actually, we're gonna take that road to the right, I believe, to get up that ghost town. Ooh, this is a big park. Alright, well, we gotta check this out too while we're here. This is called Yankee Fort State Park. So it's an actual state park. This day is just turning out perfect for weather. Alright, let's take a walk. Trails, Bayhorse. I think Bayhorse. I think that's the one. That's the ghost town that I seen online. Land of the Yankee Fort. But there's some old time history here. Special event. Fire danger high, I bet. There is a fee here. I'll go inside their building and pay it. 3 ways into the wild. Spirit. Okay, there's Challis. Oh, there's several old towns and sites. The problem I'm gonna have is the roads. The van, I don't want to take it down too rough of dirt roads. It's not meant for it. This would be so cool to have a side-by-side up here or a Jeep. Yeah, maybe some other time. Here you go. Ghost of the Golden Glory. Yay. I'm in. Wonder if they left one behind, a big old nugget. What a life back then during the gold rush. Went from wilderness to wild, and all the people explode here, like, kind of like up in Salmon, what we seen at the museum. Explore the past. Yep. I'm going to try to get to that one. I'm going to go inside and talk to them, see what the roads are kind of like here. But neat little stop. This is pretty cool. Salmon, Challis National Forest. The old West at its wildest. Big trees, huh? They got water here. We're kind of out of the mountains down here a little bit. And very fitting, they got a Veterans Memorial here with the names. See inside for Veteran Story. Okay. The rifle, the boots, the helmet. Alright, well, I'm gonna head over to the big building, pay my fee, and then we'll go on. Let's go find us a ghost town. Heck yeah. almost like a picture out of a magazine, isn't it? They got trails here. This must be their visitor center. Old mining car sitting out here.
Float off, leaving the minerals, and then it moves on into the amalgamation process, which brings in mercury. And if you go to the gold dredge, they have wonderful museum.
Okay, well, thank you.
You're very welcome. And while we're talking about the ore, this would be what prospectors
Very nice lady. She said my van would make it up to that Bayhorse ghost town. There's several, but I'm only going to do one today. But some of them get pretty rough. They do have camping up in there. You can pull RVs, but most people use Jeeps. 4-wheel drive. There you go. That's what I need. Get me a wagon and a couple horses. Get up here. Mining history everywhere. But I guess that old town we're going to see is pretty cool. They got all kinds of minerals, rocks in here. You can probably still metal detect somewhere, maybe. I don't know. That's something you got to research. Make sure you're not on someone's claim. But there's BLM camping, everything in Idaho, especially this area. I'm glad I came back to it. This was high on the bucket list and finally made it. Because I didn't stop at any of this stuff last trip. I like the gold section better. Go find some of that shiny yellow colored rock. I watch some of the gold shows during the winter. You know, I get a kick out of that. The Alaska gold shows. I've always messed with it. I got a metal detector and gold pan. Last few years I haven't done as much as I used to. Yeah, there's a little scale. That's how you used to buy your food. Throw a nugget on there and give me some food. Yeah, they got really nice specimens in here. This is extremely well done. Well lit, too. We can see it good. Wow, you like a green chair? There you go. $7, and that includes going up into the ghost towns. So it's a $7 fee for all of it. The old miner from back in the day, huh? Miner and his horse. Chinese comprise significant culture group. Oh, I bet. Chinese population was huge back then in the hills here. They built the railroads, helped build them. Some of the old artifacts. Mining methods. Any way you could get it out of the ground. Dig. No big hydraulic equipment back then, just the small stuff. Nowadays they got those massive excavators and cranes. And back then it was just a lot of manpower. But back then, you know, that was modern engineering too. That was very modern. Very good pictures in here. They're really clear, old black and white. Heck, if you just stop here at the Visitor Center Museum, it's worth it. There's your poker table. Got the spittoon on the floor, piano. Like the old TV westerns, like Gunsmoke and all that. Festus and Miss Kitty come out and give you a beer. And looks like a little bit about the old towns. There's that Bayhorse. That's where we're going. I like that old rocker. That's seen its day. Cans, big old cans for the canned goods. A lot of old mining towns up here. This is a whole trip on its own. She showed me a map. You can get to a lot of this stuff. So, gonna have to come back again. Why not? Idaho, it's a pretty place. But this summer we're gonna keep right on trucking. We got a long ways to go. Old baseball mitts and shoes, and tobacco boxes. All the bottles they used to make back then, different colored glass. And there's your furniture. Faces of the past. Another picture hanging in a museum. All the young kids growing up here then. Got the little dresses and the little boy with the tie. Well, let's go find us a ghost town. There's even a hill where they used to run buffalo off the edge. There's a place for that too. Incredible. They gave me a little map to get up in there. Hopefully the roads aren't too bad. You know, it's one thing to say what kind of vehicle you got. The only problem with the van, it's heavy, and I got a lot of stuff in it, so rough roads are a little difficult sometimes. Wow, this is gorgeous through here. Absolutely gorgeous. Bet the snow gets pretty deep though in the winter. But this is what you got to look forward to all summer long, right here in beautiful Idaho. We're following along the Salmon River yet. I think we got about 3-4 miles left. It shows there's a campground before we get to the road. We'll check it. Yeah, what a place. Those people were living in an RV there. Alright, we should be getting close. There's the sign. There's the river. Yay. Oh, here's the campground. Wow, right on the water. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Well, let's do a quick drive through. I think the road, we got to go up a little farther to get to that dirt road. Oh, this is beautiful. You can camp right on the water here. Bring your gold pan and your fishing pole. Looks like they got a camp host. All dry camping, no hookups. But who needs it when you got the Salmon River and these beautiful mountains? Okay, well, we gotta head up in the hills. Heading for the hills. Should be up the road just a little ways. Bayhorse Recreational Area. In case you're wondering. Put that on your bucket list. Here's the sign, half mile, Bayhorse Ghost Town, and historic site. 1/2 of a mile. I see the bridge. We got to cross over. Camera's not picking it up yet. Here's the turn. Away we go. Clearance 13.9. We're good. Van's about 11 feet. Rickety old bridge, been here forever. Okay, narrow, windy road, I bet. They got green grass, nice little home. Just an old farm. Alright, here we go. I think I need to stay to the left. Hopefully. We're gonna find out, aren't we? Well, this is the way the miners used to do it. Head for the hills to find the gold. Wow. That was a ride for the van. That was pretty good. It was steep in parts too. That was quite a load pulling up through here. Definitely want four-wheel drive. Oh, look at this place. Perfect. Cool. Well, want to check this out? Bayhorse Ghost Town. Here we are. Says it's a dedicated off-highway vehicle park. So they got trails. Definitely want four-wheel. If you had a buggy or something, bring up here. Do some camp. Uh-oh. We don't want to see any of them guys. Here you go. A glimpse back into history. An old hotel here. What's left of it. That's a view. Same view they had. That's what I always look for places. They could stand here 100 years ago. What did they see? They saw this. Perfect weather. I can hear water running too. It's what you need for gold mining. Imagine being up here in the winter time back in those days. We drove past this gate down here. Now we gotta head up that hill. Still has the metal screen on there, on their porch. Upstairs door, they could come out on the roof, sit. Watch the world go by. Probably noisy when all the mining was going on. place to call home. That was their home. Some old pictures. It's steep climbing up through here. You had to be in pretty good shape to live here. See a lot of the tailings off the hillside, so they just mined everywhere they could find. Wonder how much gold they pulled out of here. I bet a lot of it. Did you leave any behind? Idaho's really spent some time and money upkeeping this. Kind of reminds me of that Bodie in California up in the hills. The old Bodie ghost town there. Must be their root cellar straight back there. That's how they kept their food cold. Guessing. Sounds good. You're on the official RVerTV tour guide. Wow, it's just pretty. Those clouds rolling over the mountains. We're up here. I'm losing my breath. This is pretty darn steep. What a place. Up top there, that's a big mine. Hey, can I have a ride? That guy gets a drive up there. Bet that creek really gets running in springtime with the snow melt. Picture of the miners on top of the mine shafts. Bet this place is just honeycombed full. Okay, well, I'm gonna make it up top. Might take a while. Might have to stop, take a nap. What was this? Stone building, built to last. Well, it's here. Over 100 years here. It said it was built in the late 1800s and it was used to store the gold bullion. Well, who had the key to the door? That's what I want to know. Wells Fargo building. Yeah, it's one thing to get it out of the ground. Now you gotta get it off the mountain safely. All that gold. What a view from up here. Old wooden wheel. Part of their mining operation, I'm sure. Pretty. Old Ringer washing machine all the way up here. Yeah, you need to be part billy goat to climb that hill every day to come up here to go to work. Looks like a lot of that's collapsing in. Probably hard to keep it together. The storm, snow load would probably take a beating on it. Looks like this is about as far as we can go up through here. Here's the Bayhorse Mill. All in a day's work. That's where they mined it out. It's where you went to work. Hear the water down in there? So they had water. A lot of it. My goodness. maybe next year I can get back up in this region and explore all of them. The only trouble is getting a van up the roads. Long ways to haul the buggy up here. Have to think about that. But definitely need like a 4-wheel drive vehicle. It is just picture perfect. Here's your Kodak moments everywhere you look. Well, head back down towards the van. There was some stuff laying around the parking lot. We'll check that. Look like some old artifacts. Well, I'd say that's one of their chutes. That's probably where they loaded the ore down here. Or is that a sluice? I don't know. I'd say a chute. 4 of them. Refining process. That sign's pretty beat up from the weather. Probably their old office building. They had engines up here, generators probably. They had to produce power. Had to have. Pretty big operation. Or transportation. Alright, hook up the horses. We're heading to the bank. Wood pipes. Control the water flow. All banded together. Well, like I said earlier, that was modern technology then. That's how they did it, but what a place to live and work. My goodness. No, it's just a big ghost town park. Didn't see any ghosts. You can always feel the presence though when you're in places like this. It's historic. That's interesting. This is a dedicated off-road vehicle park though. Need to check that out more. Looking at for next trip. Back down that mountain road. Probably about 3-4 miles up through here. Got narrow in a couple places. Hey, be sure to check out my website, RVerTV.tv. Sign up for the free newsletter. Also got free puzzles to download, all kinds of cool stuff over on the website. And the merch shop. hats, t-shirts, coffee mugs. Got the new Armchair Traveler Series mugs out now. Those are cool. Fun, make great gifts, all that. Once again, it is RVerTV.tv. Appreciate it very much. Oop, I better get over here. Wow, a boat. I wonder. A lake up here. See, just need a better rig, 4-wheel. There's the other gate. We walked down that far. Alright, head back to the highway. Oh, look at this. They must do guided tours. See, that'd be the way to come down and see all these old mining towns. Definitely gonna have to check into that. Epic trip today. I can't believe we seen all this where we started out in Salmon. Alright, get back on Highway 93. Gonna truck down towards Arco. Probably gonna stop for a night or two before we get down that far. Wow, look at all the cows. I gotta stop. We gotta get a picture of these guys. There is a bunch of hamburger in this field. My goodness. Check this out. They're all looking at me. Look at the guy taking our picture. Idaho has it all. Farmland, the mountains, the gold, and the ghost towns, huh? Thank you for watching this once-in-a-lifetime series on Idaho. Trucking along the Salmon River, left Salmon, Idaho, all the way down through Challis, Bayhorse, ghost town, and it all. Be sure to check out the other once-in-a-lifetime video series on RVerTV. There's over 40 of them now, where we travel the entire United States. Journey never ends. Talk soon.